And that was it. I didn't play it anymore.
Hey guys.
What's up?
So Adam just admitted something that he doesn't play Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't either.
Unpopular
I certainly did.
Opinion.
Yeah.
You know what's better? Is Mario Kart.
It's kind of apples oranges.
Is it though?
I guess depending on how serious you are at it. I mean, like
it's just party
if you're
games.
if you're talking about people that are like super into it, but I mean, yeah, I get what you mean, and that's why we want to say good morning, everyone. Yeah. Anyway, I was saying it's showtime. The reason we got on, I was saying it's showtime. I was like, wasn't that a taunt? I feel like that was a taunt in one of the Super Smash Brothers games in the past. Somebody said showtime. Or I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. So
see, Smash is overrated.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I love it, but again, I've not played it a long time, and I've definitely not played like the Ultimate. I think is the latest one. That's kind of like the big one.
All the new characters.
No, I've only played up through the Wii version, Brawl. You know, I was right. Anyway, yeah, I haven't played like video games.
There are a bunch of like DLC content for it now too. You have to pay extra.
Yeah,
to get
I believe
characters
so.
And stuff.
Yeah, something like that. I believe so. Yeah. Happy St. Patrick's Day. As you can see, this is the most green that I have. I looked. I don't have anything more green.
I have green on my shoes.
When are you going to show your shoes?
My Minecraft shoes.
I used to have a really cool green t-shirt that I got in Thailand. It was a t-shirt for actually a Hong Kong film, Chungking Express. You ever seen it? Yeah, great movie. But it was a really like such a random find because it's like a Hong Kong indie movie that I studied when I was in school, and I like it. It's a really cool movie. But yeah, I randomly found it when I was in Thailand. There's a t-shirt for it. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's unfortunately gone now, so I didn't have it. So that's the only green t-shirt that I've ever had that I can remember.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anybody seen Chungking Express? Let me know in the comments because it's great. You should watch it. It's quite good. Anyway, I don't know how much you're into like Hong Kong indie movies.
No, I don't think I've ever seen a single one.
Yep.
So.
2046 is another one by the same director, I believe, Wong Kar-wai, if I remember correctly. That's kind of a more popular one. I feel like more well-known, maybe. Anyway, guys, welcome. We've got this
giveaway,
beautiful kit to give away.
Yeah, that I found in my office in a box that I haven't opened and
it's been there. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Before it appeared and before it's been out for a while. Yeah. It had been hiding in a box for a while, right? So
yeah,
you guys are welcome. I found it in the box.
Zach found it in the box.
Yeah. But yeah, so really cool kit. I prefer this version of the Wing Gundam.
Oh, the feathers.
Yeah, but I mean this version of like the Wing, because this is supposed to be like the EW version of like the TV original Wing Gundam.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I like you. I see it more as a variation of like the feathered Endless Waltz Wing Custom, but I guess like technically it's supposed to be the Verka version. Anyway, so that's what we got for the giveaway. We'll get to that later. Adam, what's new here?
They finally started clearing land for our new warehouse.
Yes.
So we will probably be moving here in a few months, which is exciting. Got some almost every perfect grade coming our way.
Which one's not?
The Titans Mark II.
Random.
Yeah, and
any Ava PG kits?
Nope, that's not coming.
Exia?
Yeah, that is. We might be sold out of Exia. Yeah, the Unicorn one. No, it's not.
Unicorn, no, but Banshee yes.
Yes. Perfect grade Wing. Some of these might be sold out, guys. So
yeah. So you said the Wing, we were only getting a few.
Yeah, we were only getting like 3 cases of those, which like both Zaku's were getting. Regular Ep.58, Unleashed, Red Frame.
Zeta?
Yeah, Zetas. Yeah, we're getting Zeta. Yeah, GPO1. A lot of perfect grades we're getting.
Yeah.
So, and those should be arriving this month, early April. Bandai is getting them shipped out to us. They need to ship them before their fiscal year, which is April 1st. So they are shipping them to us
soon
this month. So we'll be getting some this month, and they might arrive maybe the first week in April. But yeah. So yeah, strikes we're getting. Yeah, perfect grade strike. We were getting all the strikes. Strike Rouge, strike. Sky Grasper we didn't get, but the Strike Rouge comes with Sky Grasper and the
if you don't mind having a pink strike.
Yeah. So we're getting all three of those. Astray, yeah.
A bunch of those.
Yeah. Strike Freedom.
Freedom?
Strike Freedom. Freedom doesn't have a perfect grade.
Oh yeah, right.
Strike Freedom.
I'm thinking of the Strike Freedom.
Yeah, Strike Freedom we're getting, yeah. So that was cool.
Maybe that'll be the next perfect grade is Freedom.
Maybe. Then Bandai just announced last night their 30 items, I think is what it said, for spring. They'll be announcing next Wednesday, which is technically Tuesday night for us, right? So
depending on when they do it. Last time I tried to have the live stream when they were announcing the Verka, and I thought I'd get the timing right, and it was kind of a mess. But
so that's coming. It's kind of actually been a slow week. Actually, we've gotten caught up with all of our shipments.
Been good on that.
We're finally kind of caught up, and we're cleaning out the warehouse, getting all the nooks and crannies kind of sorted out, getting ready for our move. That's pretty much it, I think. Can't think of anything else.
Zoar is kind of
that's the latest
most recent kind of HG that we kind of
we got some small restocks. But there's some more containers coming in the next few weeks, so a lot more big restocks coming. Like, so those perfect grades are coming in, and a lot of other good stuff. So
Chris mentioning, I hope is that they reveal that they'll announce in Gundam model kit. Yeah, important. That's what I was gonna mention about that. As you said, that if there's like 30 some items, whatever, not all of that will be Gunpla, of course.
They did already announce 3 missions and sister stuff this week. So
P Bandai stuff though, right? Or some of
there's one was P Bandai. The rest of
like
it was
dumb
normal
looking.
Yeah, that was P Bandai, but the rest of it, the rest of it was regular release stuff. So I don't think that will be on there unless they're just going to say those were, because they didn't announce. They announced them on their Twitter. Those 30-minute mission things.
They might have just included that amongst those. It could very well be. Yeah,
that'd be a little disappointing because technically they've been announced already.
It happens.
Yeah.
I would assume that we'll get the announcement of the next RG, because at the moment we still don't know what that is. Yeah, hopefully maybe a new MG for later in the year as well. But I would assume at least the RG, whatever that's going to be, is going to be announced. Probably some new Witch from Mercury kits.
Yeah, with Season 2 stuff on there.
Considering Season 2 hasn't started yet, though, they may not have anything other than like tentative model kits or like the kind of shadow box thing where it's like 3 new Witch from Mercury suits, but you can't see what they are.
Right. Or they'll do like the 1/100 scale. Was it full mechanics versions of maybe like 1 or 2 or something like that? Or they could do like they did like 2 years ago where they announced everything for an entire year. And just gave, this is coming out in December, this is coming out, so they might do that too. Maybe that's why there's 30 announcements.
Yeah, maybe.
So we'll see.
Yeah. The HG Gundam Maxter, I would say probably not yet, Chris, considering that the Rose has like just been released in Japan, I think.
Did they
it has been like a couple weeks maybe.
They shipped them already?
I've seen people, I believe, on Twitter in Japan that already have it. So I don't, maybe, but I would assume maybe not yet, maybe later in the year. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
RG Barbatos is possible.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. No, other than that, we did also, of course, kick off the new contests. So the Advanced Zeta contests, we started that, and we've got. I need to do that later today. Check the emails because our contest email has been blowing up, getting a lot of entries from you guys. So really happy to see that there's quite a bit of interest in that. We didn't grab a prize. I mentioned to you about adding a prize to the first prize. Remember that? Okay, so I'll make a post about this later, but just to let you guys know a little bit of an update regarding the prizes for that contest. I mentioned in the contest video that one thing about the prize packs is that they were all going to include the full Hazel sticker, but actually it's going to have a sticker set.
Yes. Okay.
Which is going to have the Hazel, the Woundwort, and the Rehighs.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. So it'll be 3 of those rather than 1. And what we decided to do, although we'll have to work out the detail, is rather than the winner choosing a full prize pack, is that it's just the main prize will be what they will choose between the Zeta Verka, the MGSD Freedom, and the MG Curios.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the prize will be set. So first place prize, second place, third place of all the other stuff, the SD, the Space Pod Crab, the tools and the stickers and everything else in there. For first place, just to add a little bit more incentive for you guys, I wanted to add another HG kit into there just to have kind of something else to make the first place prize, that much better. You don't remember that? We talked about that the other day?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I don't know what that kit is yet. We'll figure it out, and then I'll make a post about it later today to let you guys know. But so that will have as the only kind of update for that for now. But if you guys didn't see the announcement video, we did a live announcement the other day here on this channel. On my channel, I put up a video just kind of explaining the rules and everything, just kind of in not necessarily more detail. We kind of basically went over all the details, but it's all there for you guys, a bit more concise maybe. But check out either one of those videos to check out about the contest. You just send your entry to contest@usags.com. Yeah. So that's about the contest. And this book, which I talked about before, I want to give away to one of you guys today. So later on, I'll think of a way of how I want to do that, because I want to give it away to somebody here live in the stream rather than just picking one of the comments, because that's how we're giving away this. Just picking one of the questions. But this one I want to do is something.
You make everyone guess a number
for you guys live. Yeah. I haven't decided yet. So I have the next hour-ish to decide while we're answering questions. Maybe I'll get a good idea. All right, let's get to some of your guys' questions then. Over here on Facebook, let's see. When will the motor nuclear Aobing arrive? I'm running out of Gunpla models to build. He said.
I don't know which one the Aobing is, but it's the motor nuclear. Let me look this
You can't keep the name straight?
No, because you know what's really weird is a lot of the Chinese ones, they'll switch names around all the time.
Oh, or it'll be different like translations of the names used on different websites and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep track of sometimes if it doesn't have a clear
so let's look
name like from the company. Yeah, I wish that they would, when they do that, I wish that they would, like in all their production images or whatever, put like the name in Chinese and in English so that everybody can agree.
So we get more. We've already gotten a few batches of these. We get more in probably the end of this month, and that is our last batch. So,
so if you pre-order it and you've not gotten it yet, then
then you'll get
it. Must be one of the last.
Yeah.
Do you think the next perfect grade could be another Unleashed version or PG Ariel?
If they did Unleashed, I think we'd get a Zaku. I feel like if they don't do Unleashed,
go ahead.
We might get an Ariel.
I think it's still kind of early to get a PG Ariel. I mean, you would think that Bandai would want to like strike while the iron's hot, right? Well, it's popular, but I feel like perfect grades usually come out like later once the popularity of the kit's like pretty well established.
When did the unicorn one come out?
It was a few years after the series.
First
a couple of years. So I feel like a PG Ariel could happen in the future. Probably not the next one, but I don't know. If they did another Unleashed, I think I would like a Zaku as well. But I think it's very possible it could be like an Unleashed new Gundam, because I feel like a PG new is something that Bandai is probably going to end up doing at some point, and they could just make it as an Unleashed. Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah,
maybe it would be.
I could be right.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Not a bad idea.
Yeah. Seeing as how, the new, you would imagine it's got to be popular enough that they would make a a PG of that at some point. It's kind of surprising they haven't yet. And then, yeah, well, why not use that? Just make it like the RX,
right?
Use that Unleashed branding and
Yeah.
everything on it. I feel like people would love it. Yeah, and the fact they made the metal structure. I mean, if they were able to make and sell that, I mean, that was
That's
expensive.
a different department, though.
Yeah,
that's Tamashi. So
I mean, it just kind of shows that there's a market for people who are willing to pay a good amount of money for a new, like a cool version of the new Gundam. So I think there's definitely a lot of market there for a PG.
Yeah.
Apart from business reasons, reviewing, showcasing kits, how do you both decide which build idea to work on? I feel like I have hundreds of ideas and get stuck on deciding what to actually work on. Yeah.
That's probably where I don't tell Zach what to do other than like maybe like the day in a life videos or
no, I feel like he's talking more about like how do you decide like what to work on any particular day? Just
not video wise?
Yeah, I think he means he's just talking about like just for kids. If you have a lot of different ideas, like I really want to do this with this kid or that with that kid, but I kind of get stuck.
What does IE mean?
Like as in like, for example.
Yeah, so like reviewing or showcasing kits. That's why I thought it was videos.
Well, he knows that asking this question to me, how do I decide on what kits to build? I have to decide on what kits to build because I have to do that.
Right.
If you're not doing that,
okay.
If you're not like a content creator or reviewer or whatever, and you just want to build whatever, I understand what he means, because like sometimes you have a lot of ideas and you get that kind of where it's like too many options and you're kind of stuck.
It's basically what you want to do on your own time.
Yeah.
Like free, like your ideas to.
Yeah.
I honestly see what other people do, and then I get ideas, and I want to do them.
Yeah, I certainly envy the people who do, like some other different friends in the community and people I see online who do that, where they'll just work on one kit and focus on that until it's done, and then work on the next one.
Yeah,
I just cannot. So I have a really, really hard time doing that. So I think it is just the nature of kind of how I do the hobby, because it's different, but yeah, it's tough. I understand. Are you excited for the second season of Witch from Mercury? Well,
saying that I've only watched the prelude.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I'm excited for more kits from the series.
Yeah, I think
mobile suit designs have been nice.
Yeah, been pretty good.
But yeah, as far as like just the anime goes, I'm the same. I've not watched it yet.
Once it probably all comes out, then I'll watch it over a weekend. I'll just binge the whole thing, and
damn.
Yeah, that's usually how I will watch things. Honestly, like very few animes.
I'll watch
week by usually I'll just wait for them to come out all, and then I'll just knock the whole thing out. Because what it will do is it'll give me something to watch every night too. I'm not waiting a whole week, so I might not. I might just binge it through a whole weekend or a week or like 2 weeks, because I'll watch an episode every night.
Yeah.
Versus having to wait and then watch other shows in between. It just kind of gives me a cohesive thing. That's what I do.
I feel like you can get probably like a better experience of it, whereas you're watching it kind of like all as a super long movie, essentially, rather than like you said, because you're watching other stuff in between. There's other stuff going on between. You may not remember everything that happened in the last episode. If you're watching it one episode per week, you may like miss out on some of the details unless you're actually like rewatching the episodes.
Yeah,
like maybe before every new week's episode, you rewatch the last one or something like that. Who's got time for that? Nowhere.
Not me.
Yeah. What are some of the staff's favorite Gunpla or any model kit? I know Ron loves the Zagok.
Yeah, Ron likes Zagok for sure. He likes those kind of Neo Xeon or Xeon type.
Xeon goofy kind of designs.
Right. I feel like most of them are like Aqua mix. But I don't know. We used to have someone named Braden that worked here, and he loved the Banshee.
But
I don't really know.
I know Devin's into like more miniature models.
Yeah.
Model kits. As far as like Gunpla though,
Shannon likes the Pokemon kits, and she'll buy some of like the SD kits, I think, if I remember correctly. I know Ron's built some SDs.
Yeah. Derek and Ariel both Adriel. I always because of the Ariel, because of the Gundams in my head all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
I
yeah.
always mess that. But Derek and Adriel always, not always. I mean, but they build stuff. I know,
Yeah.
but it seems it's not anything in particular. It's just kind of like whatever
Right.
they like.
And that's the
Yeah.
same thing with Jareth and Mango.
Yeah.
They'll. So we have a lot of people that build, but I don't know what their favorite stuff is.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
As far as I know,
Makes me
like
sound
what
like a
the
bad
favorites.
boss. I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
They all build. Most of them build.
Matt loves the LOZ sets.
Matt doesn't like anything.
All right. Will the Kaizo tungsten carving chisels fit in a regular X-Acto style handle, or do they need Kaizo branded handle you have in the store? I've not used those, so I'm not sure.
I haven't used them. I know they have a handle set that you buy separately that's similar to BMC, but I just don't know the answer to that. Sadly.
You should be able to tell just by looking at the chisel set. I mean, typically, from all the different ones that I've seen, if it's flat, somebody in the chat said no, they won't.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, if it's like at the base end, not the chisel end, but the opposite end, if it's like square, then no, it obviously won't fit into an X-Acto. Unless they have, I don't know if X-Acto has that kind of handle. Maybe they do make one.
It's like Chris said that they're thicker than BMC.
Yeah.
So you need to buy the. So
there you go.
Which makes sense from a business aspect. You want be able to buy your stuff, not other people's stuff. So.
Yeah. Or do you make it so that it would fit with that, so that people will feel like, oh, I can buy these, and they'll work with stuff I already have.
Nope.
All right. Because if somebody's already got like the BMC stuff, they're like, oh, why do I want to try out this other brand when I already have a bunch of this stuff?
Yeah, which reminds me, I probably should email BMC. Last time I emailed them was like 2 years ago, and they still said they weren't doing anything. Yeah. So I wonder if they are now.
Thomas asks, what flat or matte finish do you use or recommend for a non-painted Gunpla, just to get rid of the plastic look?
So I use the UV cut super clear flat.
I think I have these. Yeah, these. Right?
Premium and just top coat.
These are I mean, for just unpainted, so I would assume if you're talking about unpainted, that means that you're not airbrushing. So if you're not airbrushing, these spray cans are probably the best that you can use. You do need to be careful with these. I mean, try it out first before you just immediately go spraying it on your kit if you've never used them before, because you need to get a feel of it. This, because it's a spray can, it sprays out a lot of paint and it can pool and drip and stuff easily. So you need to be sure not to do that. Also, you need to take into consideration the weather conditions. If you're spraying outside, if it's really humid, it's going to fog and stuff like that. So there's things you need to consider, but these are probably going to be your best bet. These are the regular ones. These are the premium ones. The premium ones are nicer. I think the finish on it does look better. This is semi-gloss, which is quite nice. But even the matte, I feel like it's not super matte. It's a slightly satiny, which I like.
But, I mean, if you're displaying your kits by windows and stuff, UV cut's the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think they have it now. There's no UV cut.
In spray can?
No, well, not in top coat. The super clear spray can has UV. They have UV. They have gloss and flat.
Yeah.
But the top coat, I don't think has a UV protection. So I don't even
there
think
is
the premium
one. I would have to look for it and find it. There's one
super clear gray can.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm talking about in like a paint bottle form.
Oh yeah, they have.
There's a UV cut
UV,
one.
Yeah, there's UV cut one for in the. They have. Yeah, there's.
That's what Jim swears by. Jimmy and Boo. Anyway. All right. Do you think we'll get a new PG this year? We kind of talked about PGs a bit. I don't think that we'll actually get one at all this year, but if we do.
Although Bandai's pretty much caught up with stuff, I would think, in their facilities. So, you never know.
Any restock of the HG Shenlong? Daniel wants to know.
They were on a order form for January, February, March, April, May, June. One of those months. I don't have our confirmed numbers yet, so I don't know if they are getting reprinted. But I should have our confirmed numbers soon, I would think.
I would assume that that'll get.
Yeah, because usually when they make these announcements for Bandai, usually we get an order form a week or two after these announcements, and they usually try to get us our confirmed numbers before that order form, so we know, hey, we actually are getting a bunch of these. How much should we reorder on other stuff? They're remaking it, so.
Favorite line to build?
Master
Michael
grade.
Said his is also master grade.
Yeah, master grades.
For me, it's probably HG. I love HGs, the variety. And I mean, like, so long as you're talking about more modern HGs, I mean, they're all generally really nice quality and everything. So
yeah,
I do like those. Which do you prefer, the original Ariel or the Ariel rebuild?
The rebuild, I think I like that design.
Really?
Yeah, I do. No,
I don't like
cool
it.
Backpack. No.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's like, I love.
Can somebody, please make a meme out of the face Zach just did? That would be great.
That's my Ariel rebuild reaction face. Yeah. No, they like the Ariel design is great because it has all these like cool curves and it has like a very unique shape to it. But like the rebuild, it's like, how can we take the Ariel and make it look like it's like from a UC series? They made it like the new shoulders and everything. The backpack looks very angular, like they're trying to make it out of like it's from Char's counterattack or something.
Well,
yeah.
People like those two suits from Char's.
It's not for me.
Just saying, just throwing it out there.
So we'll see. With it being the year of the rabbit, and it means it's year of the Titans test team. Yeah, so that's why we're having the contest. So which designs from AOZ would you like to get kits of?
Any that are not PP Bandai. Because that's where they'll go.
Yeah, they will. Yes. I would love to see anything really. The Dandelion would be cool. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Do you? I'm gonna pull it up just so you can see, so you can say, yeah. AOZ Dandelion.
Here we go, kids.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
That one.
I remembered that one.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen that in my life.
No, that's pretty dope. Those feet on it are super weird, and like the transformation. Duck. It looks cool. Like and when it's transformed, it looks even more like a duck. I'll give you that.
It's just the duck Gundam.
The Dandelion 2 also very cool
like
with the Woundwort.
Better.
That's pretty dope too. So either one of those versions, man, I love that. But yeah, anything really.
Someone asked how you clean the siphon bottle caps. So depending on what ones you get, they have metal ones and plastic. I use the plastic ones. You just get them off Amazon. You get like a pack of like 6 for like $9, or I don't know, it might be more expensive now. Honestly, I just take all my caps when I'm done. Take all my caps, all my bottles if they're done with paint. I put them in a big like Tupperware thing and just fill that with 91% alcohol. Let them sit there, and then it pretty much scrubs right off with a toothbrush after that. But I just leave that overnight. What?
I was just laughing about about this argument about siphon feed, is something that's ongoing because I'm working on putting together my new spray booth, and the fan that I got for the spray booth has a warning label on it about it not using any flammable or like dust products with it. And so we were saying like, oh, what if the spray booth catches on fire? And Adam said, well, if you had a siphon feed airbrush, you could just put a container of water onto it real fast and put out the fire.
Yeah,
with the airbrush.
See? It's a win-win.
With some water mist.
Water
put
mist,
out a fire.
Yeah, you make your own fire extinguisher. Just like that, guys. See?
That's why you should use a siphon feed airbrush.
Yes.
You can put out a fire with it.
And we should be in our new warehouse by October. It's literally right behind the warehouse we're in now. So even if you came to the old warehouse and we were in the new one, it's literally, you'd see it. So,
yeah.
But yeah, lots of great things for siphon airbrushes.
Christopher wants to know, what's the hardest part of working in and around the model building hobby?
Well, you start collecting stuff. You've seen
what they were working on this morning?
Yeah. So because we're moving, I had a corner that was full of all my fun stuff that I would collect over probably the last 5 years being here.
Adam's backlog.
Yeah, so they're all separating that out actually right now.
Packing that stuff up.
Yeah, so I mean that's
take home.
Oh no, I'm not taking that home. So yeah, I mean the hardest part about working, honestly, it's not even a hard part about working here. There's other hard parts about this job, but it's specifically being model building hobby.
Yeah, it's more like technical stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to know
taxes, accounting, stuff like that.
If you get down to the hardest part with it being a model hobby business, is probably just the ordering, because we have to order, 3 to 6 months in advance before we even get the product, and trying to understand how much you're going to sell of a certain product before you get it in is probably the hardest part. Is just knowing what to order, how much to order. New kits, how much, is that new kit going to really sell well, or are people not going to care about it? That's probably the hardest part of it, just being a model kit hobby business, is just trying to figure out what you're going to need in the long run, because it's not like if I sell item A, I can just order it and get item A back in next week.
And also like variety of stuff you need to know, like, because we're not ordering only Bandai products from Bandai, and we're ordering other stuff from different companies and different manufacturers. You have to figure out which tools and paints you want to supply, or which stuff you can get and which stuff you can't. All that kind of stuff.
And there's cool stuff that you'll reach out to these companies and they'll just never reply back, but they might not speak English. A lot of the cool stuff. There's a lot of model kit companies in Japan and China, South Korea, that make really good stuff. But
it's ever expanding. There's always new companies like Artie Station, Gun Primer, like those from Korea, for example, have been in like the past 4 or 5 years. Less. Patrick has an important question for us here, and I feel like I already know in advance that we're going to disagree on this. He wants to know tacos or enchiladas.
What do you think I'm going to say?
I think you're going to say tacos.
No.
Really?
Enchiladas.
You're going to be on board with enchiladas?
Enchiladas. You made enchiladas for Thanksgiving.
I heated enchiladas for Thanksgiving from Sam's Club.
And that crap was so good. If I like those enchiladas, you should know I love enchiladas.
I mean, how could you not? But I just expected you're still going to say tacos.
No, we make all sorts of enchiladas. We make regular enchiladas, green chili enchiladas, white chicken enchiladas. So you like enchiladas too?
Yeah, you just don't have the mess of trying to hold this thing together while you're trying to eat it. I mean, tacos are great. I'm not saying I don't like tacos, but
tacos are good, but enchiladas are better.
Yeah, I don't like stuff that's messy or difficult to eat. Like chicken wings, I also don't like. That's another thing a lot of people love.
That's why you get boneless and use a fork.
Yeah, I mean, just eat your chicken nuggets like a man.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, okay. Is it possible to get a 1/12 scale Gundam from Bandai? If no, my assumption, why not? So yeah, so they do make that model.
What do you mean?
That 1/12 scale, it's like this big, that Gundam. It's like technically a model, I guess, kind of, that you can get.
Bandai didn't make that?
They made it, but I don't know if you can get it. It's not like something that they regularly produce.
Yeah, no, it's got to be...
You have to find somebody online that's wanting to sell one.
Like that's... Yeah, they're... If you want to know something that they'll probably never make again, that's probably something they'll never make again. Unless it's a collaboration, because they did the Zaku with that certain clothing company, right? It was like a black...
Yeah.
They did that a few years ago. But I'm sure they might have some in Japan. But you're not going to get that that's not an easy thing you're going to be able to find or get.
This man just said he doesn't like wings. Yeah, that's why I said, Chris. Sorry. I like eating chicken, not bones.
Yeah,
with a little bit of chicken on it. All right. So Dwayne said he ordered his MGX in May and he's still waiting.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. So we're, we put in our order. We're given this is how many we're gonna get, and then they're also kind of staggered in shipping because obviously the kit's super popular, and you can only produce so many. We are allocated. We've sold our allocation, but it does come kind of a staggered shipment on how as they're making them. I'm sure they're shipping them at the door as they're getting printed. So you're welcome to hold on to it if you want. If you find them somewhere else, let us know. We can cancel it. But everyone's kind of the same boat. Every store is kind of getting their allocations in little batches here and there. And
I mean, if Bandai gets some and then they send them out to different stores, they may send out 200 to this store, 200 to this store, 200 to this store. Our 200 that we get are already sold from pre-orders. So, as soon as we get them in, they're just going right back out to pre-orders for other stores. They may show it in stock, so you may wonder, how come this store's got it in stock when we don't? It's because we pre-order sold them already. So,
so that's probably why too. In the restock, you're not even seeing them come in because we're not even putting them on the restocks because there's no. If we put it up there, people are going to email us. Well, how come it's not available? Yeah. Well, it's because they're all sold already. So,
and like Adam's saying, this is something we've talked about many times before. We'll order, and this is all just imaginary numbers, but we'll order, 1,000 of this kit, and I'll say, okay, you're getting 800, but that 800 is not all coming all at once.
Right.
It'll come 300, 200, something like that.
Yeah. Dan, if you ordered the first day, you should have gotten yours. So if you ordered from us, just send us an email because we definitely
got
all the first day's ones for sure shipped out. I think we got the first months, 2 months already in for whoever pre-ordered for the first few months of it being up.
Unless you had something else, if you pre-ordered that and the Zeta Verkov, for example, in the same order, that's why
you're waiting on the other pre-order.
Something else is in the order that's not coming yet. All right. Trevor said, if you could pick one kit from P Bandai and make it a regular release, what would it be?
Oh God,
easy one for me.
Is it really?
The Mark V.
Yeah, that would be a good
Immediately comes to mind. Yeah.
Hazel,
there's a lot
the Hazel. I think the Hazel would have done really well.
The MG, you mean?
Yeah. The polypod ball, the one with the legs, I think I like that one a lot, actually.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed, but I ended up not liking it as much as I expected to be honest. Not that there was anything wrong with the kit. I just thought it looked really cool, but then once I actually built it, I was like, it's kind of not that interesting. What's your favorite high-res or metal build?
Red frame, I think.
Go high-res.
High-res, probably, the red frame. Used God Gundam?
What? I've not built any high-res, only the Powered Arms red frame and the Wing Gundam Zero.
Like
Wing
the
Zero.
One, just the regular red frame. I thought, what was really nice was the original Barbados one.
Was it?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
So I never built it, but I figured that with it being the first one, it's probably the most janky. Not to say that it's janky, but compared to the later ones,
maybe it's just most memorable because it was the first one. Because then they had the sixth form, which was a P Bandai.
I don't know, just design wise, honestly, this one's probably my favorite. Just it was
pretty
based on the design. But the red frame was really nice.
I did like the red frame a lot. Yeah, we actually have it in our storefront. Sure.
Yep. Places to buy model kits in Tokyo.
No idea.
Xavier's somebody's never been.
Yeah.
But I would say, depending on what you're looking for, really. But Surugaya in Akihabara is probably my favorite store, which is a secondhand store. I believe they also have new stuff as well. But honestly, even if a kit is came out 2 weeks ago, you can probably find a secondhand one.
Yeah.
If you just go into secondhand stores, there's always I don't know how it happens. Somebody bought a kit and then immediately decided they didn't actually want it and then took it into a reseller. So, but I don't know. But even if it's a fairly recent kit, you can usually find a secondhand version of it. And what's that?
Sorry, that's just because of what we were talking about earlier.
Yellow Submarine?
Yeah.
No, he's talking about the shop Yellow Submarine.
I don't.
Not a submarine model kit. No, I had a submarine model kit down there. We were talking about Bandai's exploration.
Man, I haven't bought any Yellow Submarine parts in forever.
Oh, like the
only thing I know about Yellow Submarine is all like the little like
they sell the individually wrapped like separate parts. Yeah. That would be kind of cool.
So apparently there's a different store over there, or is that
the same store? Yellow Submarine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're at the Radio Kaikan building in Tokyo. It's in Akihabara. It's like right outside the station. Yeah, the selling of individual parts there, though, in my opinion, it's not really, unless you're looking for something really specific. It'll be like the head parts of one HG kit for like 400 yen, where you could buy the full kit for like 1,200 yen. It's kind of, I don't know. Anyway, places to go. Otherwise, I mean, like Yodobashi. So what? If it's a new kit, Yodobashi's, good cheap prices for brand new stuff. But one thing to keep in mind when I say secondhand kits in Japan, that it's not like the kit's already built. It's brand new. It's just somebody had it, somebody owned it, but then sold it back to the store. So it's completely new in the box. It's just been pre-owned, essentially. And so that's the best way to go for buying kits in Japan. Way cheaper. I snagged a PG Zeta. Seems like a spiritual predecessor to the PGU with all the metal parts and the LED saber. What PGs have you both built?
I built the red frame.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
I've not built any of the early PGs.
Yeah.
Like before the strike. I feel like there's like the
That's
UC
the
ones
jump,
before the strike. And then I built the strike, the Stray, the Unicorn, Exia, Banshee. Then maybe what else is there that I'm forgetting? I think that's it.
You build Unleashed?
The Strike Freedom. The Unleashed, of course, yeah. The Strike Freedom I have built. So yeah, I think kind of everything post-strike, I believe.
Exia?
I said that.
Did you say it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, I would like to build the GPO-1 and the original RX-78 at some point. It'd be cool to build those. Let's see. Who's going to be the leprechaun? Who'd be a good leprechaun here? Josh.
That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't going to say it.
He's the shortest one here, maybe?
Yeah.
Most people here are pretty tall.
Yeah.
There's not too many
short
people on the shorter side here. Not as many. If you can reboot a Gundam series, which one will you pick?
The original series. I think they could do it like they did Origins.
Yeah. That should have. They may still, but that would be nice.
Yeah.
Chris wants to know, why is brisket so delicious?
Because it's brisket. I didn't make brisket for you.
I don't know. I'm sure I've had it, but I've definitely not ever had it, enough to really be able to identify it.
If you're coming for Easter, which I think you are,
yeah,
I am probably gonna make brisket.
Okay,
so
I can have some then. I just have the sense that it's kind of like roast beef, but like barbecued essentially,
smoky,
right?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
All right. Let's switch over to YouTube community tab here. This is the right one right here, right? Yep.
Sure.
Okay. Joey said, or he asked, do you think we will see more MGSD kits in the future? Yeah, I would say 100%. So. He said the build was super fun and unique. I feel it could be a big hitter. Yeah. I'm sure we will. I'm looking forward to what the next one will be.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's your opinions on breakfast for dinner? Personally, a huge fan, making omelets now as I write this.
Perfect.
Yeah, I love it. But unfortunately, my wife is not a big fan of breakfast for dinner, so don't really get to enjoy it too often.
Breakfast for dinner. We did biscuits and gravy the other week.
That'd be a good one.
For dinner, yeah.
Like, that's the breakfast dish that kind of blurs the line a bit, just because of the heaviness of the gravy.
Yeah,
anyway.
You could say that.
Yeah.
But we've had pancakes for dinner. Yeah, I'm very popular thing in my
Yeah.
house.
I like pancakes, all that stuff. So I'm a big fan. Yes, I could do breakfast all day, every day, basically.
Yeah.
What do you think Bandai should do or is doing to promote Gunpla in younger generations, or will it focus more on adults?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get younger people because those are your new customers. Honestly,
Yeah, get them while they're young.
Right, and they've
Uh-huh.
done things like that with like mobile games, and if you think most of the protagonist characters are young kids, in the anime series, teens or no.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't know if that's gonna if you're talking about 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds.
Is that what he's
seeing
talking
it?
about?
No, I mean I'm just saying that age of fans seeing a teenager as a protagonist in an anime. I'm not sure if that's necessarily
but you
what's
get
appealing to them.
12-year-old, 13-year-old, yes.
Yeah,
I think.
Maybe.
But also just putting it in here in the US, putting certain SKUs in big box stores. So, that's why Target has stuff. You walk by, you see it, you like it, and then that's another way you're growing it to a younger base if you're throwing it in toy departments, Yeah,
at Target they're usually
they're by the
it's kind of
electronics.
separated.
Yeah.
They have the kind of adult toys, and that's usually where the model kits are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I feel like some of that the Gunpla stuff.
The Target by me in Palm Coast Flagler, they had a end stand that was by the Legos.
Yeah,
so they did do that. They had
they
had some Funko, and then they had the model kits on there and stuff. But
I feel like this is also a question that's going to be different here in the West compared to Japan, because in Japan it's definitely promoted a lot for younger kids, and I don't know, I would imagine there's probably more commercials and stuff played on TV for Gunpla, and the Gunpla commercials we see usually when you watch the episodes streaming on YouTube, they'll have the commercial cuts where it'll just be a commercial for a new Gundam kit or whatever, usually from that series.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Somebody in Japan would have to confirm this if those play on TV, but I would assume those play on TV during cartoon blocks on TV, so kids are going to see that.
I think so. I mean, we don't really have cable anymore, so when we have it, we don't watch it. A good question. Any concerns about big box stores picking up the hobby and hurting small businesses? So yes and no. The way that Bandai's doing it now, no. They're putting in maybe 5 different kits in big box stores, and what that does is people see it, they're like, "Oh, cool, robots!" They get it. They go online. Let's just say they buy all the different types that Target has. Well, now they want to see if there's other stuff. They then go to hobby stores online. So that gets people into it. And then when they're into it, they look for more. So that helps. Yeah. If, let's say, Target ever had an entire aisle like Legos, then yes, that would hurt. Because now you have almost a full SKU list there at these big box stores. Why are you going to go look elsewhere? So as long as there's small SKUs, not that many at Hobby Lobby, Target, Barnes and Noble, what that does is it brings people in. You're going to buy 3 or 4 there. You're going to go online, see what other ones there are. Oh, Target doesn't have these, and then you're going to buy from smaller stores, or you're going to walk into your hobby store that has a bigger supply. So, that's kind of the game plan that Bandai has. I don't think they're going to throw in, and pay for an entire aisle at Target. So,
and then there's a lot of other stuff. I mean,
you think they don't have the capacity to do that too. So,
and all other tools and supplies and paints and stuff like that hobby stores sell. I just can't imagine that any big box store like that would get that much into it, that they would start carrying all that stuff. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have some stores like Hobby Lobby or whatever that do sell some of that stuff as well.
Right.
But even then, I feel like it's very introduction level variety.
Right.
And then you have to go to other stores to get everything else.
Yeah, because that's what happened with Toys R Us. Toys R Us had a whole bunch, and then Toys R Us decided that they wanted to clearance it out, and everyone was buying it clearance from Toys R Us, and no one was going to mom and pop stores. So the mom and pop stores stopped ordering it. Toys R Us wasn't ordering anymore, and it destroyed the Bandai hobby market here in the U.S. for a few years. So,
Yep. All right. So, do you guys think that Bandai will take to reissue I guess we'll reissue older Gunpla series model kits. Do you think that they'll be? What do you think will be reissued? What next reissued series? I'm having real trouble reading this one. Sorry, guys. And related question to that: when will Bandai reissue their older model kits again? I mean, like reissuing older model kits is something that they just do kind of constantly. It's just to different degrees.
Yeah, I mean, every restock usually will have some kits from every series. It just might have more. For example, let's just say we get the restock lists or the production list for, I think the next one's July, August, September. And let's just say July might have 15 IBO kits, 3 age kits, but then July, August might have 20 age kits. So it just kind of depends, and then depending on what everyone orders is what gets made. So there's stuff on there from every series. It just depends on what the demand is at the time is what gets produced. I don't know if that really answers this question or not, but
yeah, I mean, like if you're going like really, really old, even the really old kits, I mean, they get reissued, eventually. So
yeah, they will show up on a list, and as long as stores want them, they will get reproduced.
I feel like just not too long ago, maybe 2 months ago or something like that, we got a bunch of older kits, like some of like the maybe they were on order form that you were showing me or something, but the what are they called? Real type, like the old 81 100 scale real type kits. There were some of those.
They were on
like
the last order form, so we'll see if they get. But like Master Grade Zeong hadn't been produced in a while, and we that got reprinted. So they show up on the order forms, and they'll get produced if they get ordered. If they don't get the whatever the amount that they need to reproduce it, then unfortunately they will probably wait another year or two and then throw it on a list again and see if the demand went up for it. So
what would you say are the bare minimum things needed to start out customizing? I've been meaning to get into that space for a while now, but I'm always scared I'm gonna overspend or underspend on my supplies.
Yeah, I think excuse me, sorry. I don't know if you agree with me, but the easiest way to customize would just be getting an airbrush and painting.
Yeah.
Then after that, then you can get into adding on more detail. Adding detail from like maybe even like 3D parts would probably be your next step, or photo etch parts, and then scribing your own panel lines, then scratch building stuff, adding claw plate. But I think painting's probably your easiest.
That's true.
Most noticeable too right off the bat. If you have a red kit and you paint it blue, boom, you already changed the entire kit.
Yeah, that's actually the exact progression that I did. I started, trying out painting first before I was doing any kind of modifications and stuff. Because even if you, you buy a bunch of like customization tools, whatever, and you're trying out kit bashing, and then you get to the point that your model's done, like the modification stage, then you go to paint and you don't like have much experience, and then you're trying out painting for the first time on this kit you've already spent a bunch of time on, and you kind of junk it up with your everybody's first couple experiences with painting. You're going to make some mistakes, so then that kind of might demotivate you. So getting your painting down first. Other than that, other kind of tools, don't need to overspend, just because just a few simple tools can be all that you need, to at least get your feet wet, try out a few different things, and you'll figure it out pretty quickly which tools are more useful for you depending on what you want to do. And which ones are not. Getting a drill set is something I talk about all the time. I use it very, very frequently. Just a pin vise set, a drill set like this. This guy. Super, super useful. And then like files. If you want to get into scribing, obviously scribing tools, there's a lot of different options there. But I would say not to start off with that.
Start off, painting, and I think is probably the best. And I mean, they have pre-design. I mean, Bandai has their own detail parts that they have. Those little like builder parts, I think is what they're called. So
the HD builder parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see. Would you ever consider making commission works that you video the build painting process? That way you could still be creating new videos, but additionally covering extra time cost by selling the kits. I feel like that's a question for me.
Yeah.
I don't really, definitely don't do any commission work these days. I have in the past, and I don't know. It's complicated doing commission work. I don't really recommend it, just because it's difficult. Yeah, I made a whole video about this in the past. You guys can check out, talking about commission work. And if you guys are interested in doing it, I mean, I would not recommend you guys to have the idea that I want to do commission work to get some extra income. I mean, it can be, but it's going to be very inconsistent. I mean, I guess unless you are pretty well known in the online community, and there's a good market for people that want to buy your stuff, I guess. But I don't know. I would rather just make what I want to make and then sell that if I want to sell it, rather than doing commission work. Then you're restricted to doing it however the person wants you to do it.
Yeah.
And I've worked with people in the past who were very specific about what they wanted, and other people who are like, here's kind of the general idea what I want, you can make it yours. And that's much better. But depending on how you want to work, don't stress yourself out too much over it. Yeah, like Chris said, commission is a lot of work and pressure.
Yeah,
it certainly can be. I mean, and again, it just depends on the person, the client. So I don't know, if you can find a cool client, then yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's see. Which time of year do you typically see the most sales? Yeah, Black Friday, Christmas, summer, just depending on what Bandai is doing.
Honestly, it's from that Thanksgiving weekend all the way through to probably 4 days before Christmas. Is usually our busiest time. COVID was a little weird because that was like the entire COVID period, but our typical busy time, you call it peak in the retail world, is that Thanksgiving weekend. So from Black Friday on to like the 4 days before Christmas is usually our most busiest time of the year. It comes down to like as far as ordering, as far as how busy it is when we're shipping stuff, that's there, but also when we get containers full of like pre-orders and stuff, because we'll jump from we need to get out 300 orders to all of a sudden we have 5,000 orders we need to ship out. So depending on what the pre-order was, and it might have been multiple pre-orders that came in on the container, so that's always fun.
Yeah. So it's kind of all of the above. I mean, there's busy times, but for sales
wise is that the end of the year, but that's most retail outlets. And I mean, but as far as non-sales, maybe just get stuff out the door, it could be anytime that there's a container shipment really is busy for us.
Here Daniel wants to know if we would consider getting our detail parts printed in gray instead of orange, because it seems like it'd be easier to prime over. I mean, some of them are in gray, some are in orange.
It depends on what the factory had as far as.
Is it? I don't know the answer.
It just depends. So, I mean, I can ask.
Fair enough question.
Yeah, I just never thought about it, I guess. But I think they just take what they have over there, and because I think if we start demanding certain colors, the prices start going up. If they can print them on whatever they have there, the price stays lower. I mean, these are giant commercial 3D printers that are just popping these things out. So,
it's worth asking, I guess.
Yeah.
Something I've never really thought too much about, because I mean, generally I'm kind of thinking that if you're going to be putting those on your kit, you're going to be painting and priming and all that. And I mean, even in his question, he said it seems like it'd be easier to prime and paint over. I mean, if you're using a primer, it should cover it up pretty well. But especially, he said, especially in deeper recesses, if it's in like kind of harder to reach places, I get that. See, you could, I mean, but sure, it's certainly I don't know how much of a difference it would make, but it could make a little bit of a difference with them being gray instead.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. I'd love to hear your thoughts as to why Bandai hasn't released another MG IBO kit until now.
I don't know.
So yeah, we always get a question about this, but we really don't know.
I would have thought they would. I thought last year they would announce one. And they didn't. I would think that they would this year. So, because the Barbados did extremely well. So I just don't know the answer.
Yep.
And they might have had it as a production thing. They might have had it, and then COVID hit, and then they didn't have the capacity. They, maybe they switched to, because we haven't really had a lot of master grade announcements, and so it could just do with them trying to get kits out the door. High grades and stuff like that are easier. Not a lot of production time.
Yeah, not the regular master grades, but we've just had the new MGEX, new MGSD, new MG Verka, all out kind of back to back. So we have, in a way, but. Yeah, not just like standard MGs.
Right.
Standard MGs we haven't had. What was it? For a while we were just talking about this. We had like the 1.5 version of the Dom and Rick Dom, and then
the
Virtue. Yeah, it's not too much in like the past year. So really, so hey, maybe in the announcements next week, maybe there'll be
which the Dom was announced 2 years ago.
Yeah, and that took about a year before that was released actually. So, any kits that sold or had more interest this past year than you thought they would? I honestly didn't know how well the Aerial.
I mean, the Aerial usually per the Lifrith probably.
Yeah.
That I think kind of caught a lot of people off guard how popular that would be. But I mean, always when Bandai announces a new series, you're not sure how well the kits will do. So the Witchmark kits have done extremely well. I think that kind of caught a lot of people off guard, really, on how well they are. So I mean, I think our number one kit is the Aerial, the last since January. So
yeah. I remember when the Barbatos was first revealed, I thought, man, that's an ugly design. I did not expect it to do
what it's
very well, but the Barbatos, of course, obviously in its many different variations, did very, very well. So Daniel had a question which we kind of touched on earlier, but you can kind of mention more about this. He said, I know that last year or in the past you mentioned that your order from Bandai tended to end up shorter from what you requested. So like I mentioned, you get allocated less than what we actually ordered, but he wants to know if it's getting closer to what you order at this point.
We're pretty much getting what we order now. And I think that might have caught some people off guard. But as long as I mean, Bandai they've pretty much caught up. We're pretty much getting probably 90%, 80 to 90% of what we order now. Maybe the other 20% is just due to capacity, things or. So I mean, we're pretty much getting a good amount now. And there's different reasons for that. There's just different reasons.
Yeah, like you said, Bandai's getting more caught up. I would imagine part of the reason's got to be is that they also kind of scaled back a little bit, kind of how much their stuff they were trying to put out. So that is definitely one reason I would assume as to why we've gotten like a new regular MG kit, for example. Why we don't know what the next RG is yet. They've been working on just kind of
catching up,
doing one thing at a time,
getting as much kits so they can get out because the demand was so high, and getting their new factories up. And
Andy wants to know about if we've ever considered or if we're considering opening the storefront on Saturdays for walk-in customers.
We will on build days, which we still got to figure out what our next one is.
Yeah.
Me.
Yes. I mean, I understand. He said that he works on weekdays, so he's not able to come in.
I get it. That sucks.
Maybe do it. So it's like once a month or something like that, possibly. I don't know.
We'll see.
But the website's there 24/7, so you can always order everything off the website. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. If you could design a machine from scratch, what universe would you build it in, and what existing design would you draw inspiration from? Interesting.
UC Sinandri Stein.
Just immediately without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Not even considering the advantages of like the age system. Or
well, you'd have to be in that universe because whatever.
Well, that's
you
what I
design
was saying. Yeah, in which universe would you build it?
Yeah, but if you're using technology from another universe, you can't put it in a different universe. If you took the Strike Freedom and threw it in the UC universe, it would demolish every single thing.
He's just saying if you could
Kira
build
would
one,
rule the world.
He's just saying if you could build it in this universe,
in our pre-existing universe,
if you could reach into the Gundam dimension, whichever universe it is, and bring it into ours and build a Gundam for yourself. Not like building that particular Gundam, but using that type of technology and like based off any particular design and have it in this universe. It's hypothetical.
Still the same.
So would you want a Strike Freedom so you could rule the world with your Strike Freedom?
There we go. We'll go with that.
Or a Strike Freedom inspired design?
We would combine the...
You would want beam spam, funnels.
No one will be able to touch me.
Yeah. So there you go. That's what Adam would want. So yeah, first you're talking like you wanted to build your own kind of like ground Gundam where you'd be walking around in the tank and then like you just get shot down with a like
the
bunker buster missile.
No, Sanjay Stein would destroy everything too.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I'd want to build something inspired by the Tournay. I could do my laundry, do my farming, do everything that I need to do on a day-to-day basis, and then if I need to, could destroy the universe. Yeah, there you go. All right.
We're both evil people.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you guys ever got any of the Battle Spirits Gundam collaboration sets? They look great when displayed with kids. Oh, I don't know what that is. What is that?
Is that
Battle Spirits Gundam collaboration?
I don't know what that is either.
Sets?
Is Battle Spirits the first, like the prequel thing to Gundam
Build Fighters?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Beginning G.
Yeah, okay, no. I have no idea what Battle Spirits is.
Battle Spirits Gundam collaboration sets. I'm not sure about that.
Oh my god. You guys and your questions. No, let's look it up.
All right. Have you ever done modeling to add functional articulation to a kit? I just had a load of fun with the 8th MS Team Ground Gym by adding stomach crunch, swivel, double joint ankles, and neck. Yeah, I've never done it like super extensively on a kit, but I mean, I have done it before, and yeah, it's helpful. A lot of times, for me personally, sometimes it's useful where like I may want to modify, one or two particular joints depending on what kind of pose I want to do it in. But if I'm working on like making a finished build, I'm planning to have it just set in one particular pose. So spending a whole bunch of time adding a bunch of articulation that is ultimately something I'm not even going to use in how the kit's finally displayed is not really worthwhile for me. It's fun to do and like making a couple modifications so it can do like a really cool pose. And that's usually the extent of anything that really needs to be done.
All right, so it's regular Gunpla, but they have the Battle Spirits card game in it. Battle Spirits is a card game.
I don't know.
Look.
Yeah, that's what Calder said. It's a card game.
It's a card game. So what they did is they had like the other one I showed you, it looked like the high grade Freedom, but it had cards in it.
Is it a model kit?
Well, that one's not, but the other one I showed you, I think, was.
Are the model kits or like just versions of like the universe figures or something? Looks like what they are.
I mean, this looks like a high grade kit.
It's just in them.
No, that's a small. I don't know then.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know any collaboration then because I don't see.
Never seen these before in my life. Sorry, guys.
Well, we learned that the card game was.
So no, to answer your question, no. Neither of us have never gotten any before. And he said they look great when displayed. So maybe it's just the cards.
Maybe that's what he's saying, and then you display it with the kit.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. It's not really a collaboration then. It's still Bandai property. They just made a card game.
Collaboration. Yeah. So yeah.
No.
Cool idea, I guess. Sure.
Yeah.
It's not something that I think I would like collect or anything like that, but yeah, depending on how you wanted to display it could be cool to add. Sure. Mr. Bobobo, have either of you all used Gaia paints? I see you carry them, and they're hard to get for a while. They look great. Yeah, they are great.
Yeah, I've used them.
Yep.
You know what's really great is Sunin 7 paints.
Yeah, much easier to get.
Yeah, and they're just like Gaia.
Yeah.
Pigments are pretty much the same, like the smoothness and very good paint.
What kit coming out this year are you most excited for? Zeta Verka, non-Bandai. What part about it excites you most? Yeah. So many things.
Yeah,
from Kotobukiya that I feel like I'm probably really excited for that I'm not remembering at the moment.
Yeah. You know what I'm excited for is that Horizon Zero Dawn Motoroid that was shown at New York.
That kind of wolf kind of one.
It's like a T-Rex looking thing.
Oh yeah.
But the Thunderjaw.
Yeah.
And then we got no more news on it since then. So apparently Good Smile's making a model kit of the Thunderjaw.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited for that, but with no other news.
Yeah, I feel like there's some really cool Kotobukiya kits or something like that that's coming out that I'm probably really excited for off the top of my head, though.
I'm actually kind of excited for the black Metal Gear Rex.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for that one.
Not new. That and the Ray is getting reprinted. I've not ever built the Metal Gear Ray, so I'm looking forward to building those. And the damaged Metal Gear Rex as well. Yeah. Like the Metal Gear Solid 4 version.
Right. And you can build the regular Metal Gear with it. Yeah. See, all these people didn't even know. Ryan didn't know. Yeah. Thunderjaw.
Yes.
It's literally, they got 2 pictures and apparently there was a display of it it might have been Anime NYC or something like that. And it's a Motoroid, so it's a model kit from Good Smile. And then there was no other news. So we'll see.
Yeah. Let's see. Do y'all plan on selling posters or anything similar with quality equal to your stickers?
No, but you can go to, I should know his site now. So Terry. Gundam Yatham, he has posters of the stickers and other posters. He has his own website. I'm sorry, Terry, I don't remember what it is.
But if you go on his Instagram.
Right, it's Gundam Yatham. He'll have a link there, but he has a lot of good artwork and posters and stuff. So go follow
him. And then his other question is, do you like Pocky?
Yeah.
Which flavor?
You know what? I like. Okay, so I like regular Pocky, pretty much, which has tons of flavors. This is gonna sound really dumb, and I'm sorry because it's kind of Pocky, but it's not kind of Pocky.
Pepero?
No, it's an American-made thing. So I want to say it was Frito-Lay. I don't remember, but they made Pocky sticks, just the sticks. They called them breadsticks. It was honey butter, and they were so good. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope, but I can imagine. Yeah.
But so they weren't dipped in anything. So it was literally just flavored sticks that the Pocky is in.
All right.
But they called it was a honey butter one. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look this up
now. Yeah, I mean, for me, living in Korea for a long time, I have eaten much more pepero in my life, which is the Korean version.
Pringles made them.
Pringles sticks. Okay. Yeah, sure.
They're so good.
But I've tried a lot of different kinds, and there's also a lot that I've not tried. There's so many different flavors and stuff, but I mean,
there's tons of flavors of Pocky.
Peanut's pretty good. Chocolate with the crushed up peanuts on it, or almond.
Yeah. Strawberry. I like the strawberry ones. And then
Korean puff wheat cylinders. Yes, Ryan, those are good. Yeah, I still have some of those at home. I've been meaning to bring those in. Those are really good. Let's see. I don't know if this if this is asked frequently, but at what age approximately did you guys start building model kits? I would have been 12 around.
Yeah, probably same because it was Wing. There. Wing came out. I was probably old. I was like, no, it was. God, when was Wing? 90.
I don't know. I just kind of always assume it's around 2000, but I think it was actually slightly before that.
Yeah, it was 90s.
Mm.
Was when I first built something, and then I built like 1 or 2 wing kits, and then everything disappeared.
Mm.
And then Gundam Seed came on in the 2000s when I was in high school, so it had to be like 2002, maybe 2001, something like that. When I was in high school, and then I got back into it then. But Wing was definitely in the 90s, like 95 or 93 or something like I don't remember. 97. Yeah.
97, Damien said.
So, yeah, that's when
There you go.
I did.
Do you prefer top coating kits or just leaving them as is?
Yeah, I'll top coat them.
I mean, if it's painted, then
Yeah,
definitely yes. If it's
coat. unpainted,
then I wouldn't put top coat on an unpainted kit unless that's how I wanted to display it.
I do if I put water slides on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that.
But usually I paint it if I'm putting water slides on.
Yeah. Like there's the Asura, the Homura Megami device kit that we have down in the display. Like that one, I just put the water slides on and some panel lining and then just top coat on it.
Yeah.
Just because it's just for our store display. It's not fully painted, but like so. Other than that, I wouldn't put top coat on a kit unless it was meant to be displayed like that. Which mobile suits do you think are from the new show are coming up next in 1/100 scale? So after the aerial, so like the next which from Mercury 1/100 scale. What would you think?
That's so hard. Lifrith would be cool.
Demi Trainer would be cool.
That would be cool too, but they'll probably do the aerial rebuild.
Probably, yeah. Kind of like I'm just thinking back to IBO, how they had the Barbatos, and then pretty shortly after, I think it was the second one where it was the Grays.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they were doing following that, I mean, I'm not sure what it would be. The Demi Trainer, I guess, kind of the equivalent sort of the Grays.
Yeah.
Maybe not like in story, but just as far as like the designs go.
Correct would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely some cool options. Which version of the wing rifle and or shield would you like to see as a 1/100 scale statue? Of just a statue of the wing with rifle and or shield. Okay, so if we got like a 1-to-1 wing Gundam.
If we had 1-to-1, I would like the endless waltz pose with the feather wings where it's shooting down with the two guns. Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Yeah. I feel like it would have to be the original, just TV version of Wing Gundam, though.
Probably what it
realistically,
would be. Yeah.
If it was up to me, though, I mean, like I said, I think this is probably my favorite version of the design. That's the Proto Zero is also really cool design.
Proto Zero is cool.
Yeah. Perfect grades are back in stock. Is there one you would like to build? So of the ones that we're getting, considering you've not built too many of the perfect grades, anyone that you'd like to build?
Unleashed would be cool.
Yeah, you've not built the Unleashed yet. Yeah, there you go. For me, it would probably be the GPO one. It would be top of
my wife told me to look at this.
Okay, there you go. It's a cute photo of his daughter.
Yeah,
the classic pose. Julius asked, "Are there any updates on the delivery date of the Gundam Pro Factory Pentaline Technique Book 3?"
So
still no.
No, and honestly, we're probably just going to refund all those.
Yeah.
Sadly. They went from telling us it's delayed, to probably the last 3 months it's just been radio silence. So we're probably sadly going to just end up refunding all of those. Yep.
Bummer.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of excited about that book myself. Yeah.
Do you guys prefer cutting all the parts out or getting the limbs done before moving on?
So I do it in the stages that the instruction manual says.
You don't just cut all the parts and put them in
one
big pile.
I don't do that.
No. I had a comment recently. I'd have to pull it up, but somebody commenting on a live build video that I did about how I use the boxes, the organizer boxes, and somebody commenting saying that was a really terrible way to build because I'm like saying that like no like professional builders would ever build that way. I'm like, dude. Like,
I like how the person needed to tell you that though.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, no, I usually don't. I mean, I usually follow the manual. I'll cut out all the parts first and separate them out into a box so that they're separated by which section. And then I'll usually follow the order of the manual, but not always, because I do usually like to have like the body, and then I'll want to build the legs so I can put the legs onto the body next. Most manuals don't start with the legs first, but if they do, I wouldn't like to do that necessarily. But it just kind of depends. Whatever I'm feeling in the moment. Let's see. Oh, we need to. All right, let's go ahead and get to our.
Oh man, time's flying, guys.
Picking. All right, let me present this here for you guys.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, time to get back to work. Let's do this giveaway here. All right, top 5 answers on the board. Name something you do when you get a new Gundam kit. We should do like a Gundam, like a Family Feud.
What are you asking right now?
Gundam, Family Feud.
Yeah.
Let's do like a Family Feud style Gundam. I don't know how that would work. I don't know. I have to think about it, but something like Family Feud related.
Yeah, but
like
what are you
Gundam
doing?
model kits.
Yeah.
I'm choosing the winner for the giveaway for this thing here. Hang on to that. All right. Let's see. Let's choose our platform. It is Facebook, where we had the least amount. You guys are not commenting as much on Facebook. 74 in total. And we got 63.
Number 63.
All right. I feel like this is not all 74 comments here loaded up, though.
Yeah, view all 34. There you go. Previous comments.
Okay, so that should give us the full list. So let's go all the way down and count up from 74. 74, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65. It was 63, right?
Yeah.
64, 63. There we go. Luis. Congratulations, Luis.
Yes. We did not answer his question.
We didn't get that far down, I don't think. Oh, there we go. Hope you guys are doing all right. My question is, what's your favorite food? We have had this question before.
We have.
Yeah.
Do you remember what mine is?
Enchiladas.
No, mac and cheese.
All right.
I don't remember yours. Tacos?
Pizza.
Yeah,
probably. I mean, it's got to be
It's a good
pizza.
one.
I know it's very pedestrian, but
it is still good.
yeah, and you just can't go wrong.
popular
If somebody
for a
said, "Hey,
reason.
you want some pizza?" I would say
Pizza. Yes. I watched a thing. I know we're getting off topic. It was some video somewhere, or a guy worked at like Pizza Hut or Domino's, and his manager was telling him pizza makes everything better. If someone walks up to you, forget all your problems if you get a good slice of pizza.
Okay.
And the guy's like, I don't believe you. So he smacked his phone out of his hand and then gave him open up this brand new pizza. It was just out of the oven. So this whole thing's yours. How do you feel? He's like, well, I feel pretty good now. I got the pizza, but I'll be mad later about the phone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You did get pizza on the one hand.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Good piece of pizza makes everything better.
All right. So yeah, Luis, send us an email.
Yes.
Let him know what he needs to send.
Send us an email to support@usagundamstore.com. We just need a picture of you logged into your Facebook account and then what address you want to ship it to, and we will get this out to you. And congratulations. Really cool kit. So yeah, send us a picture too when you're all done with it. That'd be cool to see.
Yeah, you build it. Don't just chuck it in your backlog. That's a requirement of winning the kit, is that you have to build it right away.
This is so old. It has a bluefin
sticker on it. So before the bluefin Bandai merger.
Yeah.
I need to give this away too. And so I'm thinking about what I want to do with that. And
right now, you can
pick
have
a number.
Question. No, have them answer a question.
Yeah.
And then you run a number 1 through. So they answer the question and put a number 1 through like 100. And then whatever number generates, that's the number winner, but then you can see what their answer to the question is. Or you can do your own thing.
That sounds complicated.
It's not complicated. What's your favorite model kit? And then put, number 1 through 100 at the end of that.
No.
Because you could have someone say the same number though.
Yeah. The requirement for just how I was saying that if you win this, you're required to actually build it straight away. Sorry. The requirement for this too is that you have to read it right away as soon as you get it. So
yeah,
or at least before the end of the contest, because then whoever the winner is at the end of the contest, I'm going to quiz them, and if they don't score well on the quiz, they have to send the book back. No, not at all. But you should read it if you want.
it's good.
If you're keen, it is a really good book. We talked about before, I love it. So, Ryan read not well. Ryan, I have a hard time believing that.
Yeah, Ryan seems like the kind of person that probably reads a lot.
I don't know.
Because Ryan,
I
think has to read a lot.
I have a feeling he probably has had to read a lot for his profession, so he certainly
that's
had to read quite a lot of stuff. I don't know how much he reads nowadays, but you can let us know, Ryan, how much you tend to read
I feel
nowadays.
like Ryan reads a lot still.
I feel like he stays pretty busy though at the same time.
Yeah.
He also seems like the kind of guy that even though he's very busy, he would find time to read.
I feel like Ryan's very educated.
Yeah.
And I feel like he would read a lot.
Anyway. Does it have I'm sure it does have an audiobook. If not, yeah. Read more MOOCs. See, there you go. Let's see. So let's say this is something I can't just like ask people's favorite, because then I'm just like choosing something at random. It has to be something that people would know. Let's see. Dang.
Sounds like something we should have prepared for.
I should have. So now I'm trying to think of it on the spot. Let's see. What's something
I'm about to have to leave you alone.
Yeah, people can do. Yeah. To answer this, I would say yes. Here's a good one for you guys. What is going way, way back in ZakuAurelius history?
Oh,
so here you go. For those of you guys who have seen some of the early videos, what's the first and I believe only, the first and probably only, as far as I can remember, going way back, Advanced Zeta model kit that I've painted? I think it's kind of the only one that I've ever painted.
So is this first person that gets that?
Yep.
The book.
So the first person to guess it in the chat comments wins. It proves they're a ZakuAurelius.
So what's the question? First kit. Oh, all right. There
you go. Somebody already got it. Speedabaka.
Man.
Yep.
The mini orange one.
Yeah.
Oh my man, there's a lot of people that are.
Oh well, Ryan guessed the mini orange one, but sorry, Ryan. You need to be quicker on the name. Speedabaka got it there with the Kehar. Yep, it was the Kehar. That's exactly right. So Speedabaka, I know he recently messaged me on Instagram, I think it was. So just message me again on Instagram. Let me know your shipping details, and I'll send this out to you. I believe it was Instagram. He reached out to me recently. Yes, that is. I mean, the spelling's not exactly right. That's fine. I'll accept it. It's right. Kehar. I believe it in the book. It's spelled with 2 E's. But I don't recall. Anyway, yes. Congrats. All right. So there we go. We solved it. Yes, the prototype Asimur is the prototype Asimur Kehar. Right. That's exactly what it will do. Patreon will do. Okay. So there you go. Yep. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you guys for all your support, patience with orders getting out. Like I said, we're pretty caught up, so we're pretty much shipping next day now.
Anything that's coming to stock. I mean, if something not got in yet.
Yeah. But yeah, just have a good weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Be safe out there if you're going and partying. And that's it.
You gonna party tonight?
No.
Gonna have some green beer?
No.
I don't even have any beer. I've been out of beer. My wife has a mountain of her beer, but we have different tastes in beer, so she has loads of hers at home, and I've been out of my beer which has been fine. I don't know, these days I just kind of don't. I feel like
we'll see.
I'm trying to do the new year, new me kind of dieting, and I feel like cutting back on the beer because I like IPA, which is like calories like through the roof.
Yeah.
But I do love it, so maybe I'll pick up some and have some beers today.
Cheat day.
That's fine.
All right.
All right. My favorite beer. Okay, I'll just let you guys know. It's that Sweetwater 420 IPA. It's really good. It's like in a black box, and I'm not sure if it's available. I think it's a Florida Sweetwater. I think it's a Florida beer brand, isn't it?
Really? I have no. Yeah, Sweetwater would probably sound like a Florida.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's available anywhere in America, but if it is, it's really, really good. It's a very bitter kind of. I mean, with the 420 name, it has kind of a dank kind of taste to it, if you get what I mean. But it's really good. Anyway, I like it a lot. So check it out. All right. Bye guys.